time. Capture the
Enemy
objective.
target confirmed. Capturing the objective as planned.
Locking down Charlie.
We have to take this objective.
Taking Bravo underway.
Beginning capture. Thermal back out.
Losing B.
You need to get
Securing B.
bro.
Bravo guard. B down.
Stay at it.
Losing Bravo.
Anda tu puta madre.
Losing B. Bravo lost. Control of Bravo.
Army Fremont. Sending thermal.
Watchdog helo incoming on your location.
Signing in.
Yes, lost the lead.
Watchdog helo overhead.
Taking B.
Eyes on enemy.
Controlling Bravo.
Snipers down. Move up.
Taking Bravo underway.
Injecting stim.
Bravo zone secure. Pick you up
Roundabout a
later.
shit show. Move out, Black Ops.
Sniper is dead.
Clean your dick.
But do you like fucking?
I like fucking you.
Dude. I'm not
Bro,
gonna
shut
act
up,
like I
you
don't
be-
want it, but
Bro, you be cracking your shit girl in the back of the car.
hell yeah? That's weird?
Yes, nigga, you stink.
You're white, bro.
I'm not white. You-
We're playing with a Diddy. Yo, we're playing with a
Bro.
Diddy victim.
Bro, I'm the Diddy victim, bro. But we're not.
I'm
Who are you
about a
talking
bus.
I'm about a nut.
Bro. I'm about to bust.
Logan, say some dumb shit like that again, bro. I'll slip the fuck out of you. No bullshit, bro. You're a bitch.
Face-off killer. Keep your HVT alive. Hunt the enemies down.
HVT again, bro.
HVT.
Lame ass shit.
Are you listening to Ice JK Fish? What am I listening to?
Oh my god, play game to me.
Yeah, I'm never trying to revive a nigga ever again, bro.
Feel that? They're about to win. Give them a nut.
What? Shut up, bro. Stop talking.
HVT is taking fire. Keep the package safe. Take down their HVT. They got our HVT.
Bro, last time I checked, you're bad. You're better than Logan Butcher. Shut up.
Take them out. Friendly HVT on them. Keep them safe.
Bro, I spawned and I'm just instantly getting shot.
Under fire.
Cause you fucking suck.
Friendly HVT is down. Our HVT has been
Bro, I
eliminated.
was HVT. Maybe give me a notification.
I know, but it just doesn't tell you. Like,
Protect our HVT. Hostile HVT located.
This game's low-key a bitch.
the dude's up top, bro. I didn't know I was a fucking person. I don't know how
I
you
knocked him,
know.
I knocked
I
him!
could have hit them with the strip, but he ain't sugarcoated. He told him what he told him. That was my brother, he bogus. Gotta act like I don't know. Don't call my phone no more. That nigga lied to me on my face, don't know what he on no more.
Res me, I'm in the
He
middle,
told me
res
no,
me!
no, bro.
I'm dead. Res me, Logan! Oh, we're dead.
Feel my own, cause you ain't real no more.
Keep the package safe.
You would have stayed in the house. We would have
Dude, we
figured
got
it out.
UAV, bro. They're
This was the
above.
easiest route. One way he getting out. I killed him.
Enemy HVT is down.
Dude, that dude's some hot ass. Wait, I can replay. Am I stupid?
Hostile HVT located.
I did not. Dude, I just realized you can replay while you're
HVT
HVT.
under fire. Repeat, HVT under fire.
Coulda hit them with the script, but he ain't sugarcoated.
Res me, I'm up top!
Our HVT has been eliminated.
Oh, no. Finish him. Throw nades.
Dude, whatever, bro. Real this nigga out of me. You done turned Mickey Mouse.
Protect our HVT.
Since you've
Res,
been
keep
this
sitting
out.
up top, bro. You're not real.
Keep the package safe. Enemy HVT on site. Take them out. They got our HVT.
Up in the ground.
I'll give you the
Take it be fast. It's quiet, cause these niggas loud. Coulda hit them with the script, but he ain't sugarcoated. He told him what he
No,
told him.
he's so low, man.
Under fire.
I think I don't know. We better dip out.
Enemy HVT is down.
That's what you want, bro. You have me crying, bro. I'm getting off after this, Blake.
Cause you're a bitch. I know.
Took out their HVT. Our HVT has been eliminated.
Whatever, bro.
Our HVT.
Well, I'm
He's
HVT.
low. Bro, I'm in the
Protect me, bro.
spawn.
Enemy HVT.
Then protect me, bro. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Tango on the loose.
Plate up.
I fully played it.
Switching goals agreed. Bastion teams are
Yeah,
locked in.
now you are. 'Cause I told you to. Good boy.
Dude, I was before. Fucking murder.
Watch this play a game. What?
I should
Bro,
have got
this
it
is a
again.
mask, bro. I'm reporting you. This is a mask. I'm reporting you. Reported. A 3K. I got like a quad feed, bro. You're some dog shit.
All right, Blake, I'm off. Well, you're number one on the leaderboard.
I'm better than you,
Ew.
dog shit.
I was wondering that, like, when I saw you do that, I don't know what was going on. But if that's how you rank up guns and zombies, that's the last thing I want to do is sit there and just pile it up.
Yeah, I got ready.
Let me kill you.
Pristine. I mean, yeah, man.
Enemy soldier
I don't have a problem with Devo's outfit. Devo is showing shape.
Yo, show it off. You work for it, show it off.
Showing shape.
You work for it, show it off, yo.
Where I come from, somebody dressed like that, somebody's like, oh, look at you showing shape. You showing shape.
Go show your shit. One more time, man. One more time, because the legs are glossy.
All I'm gonna simply tell people, don't get mad when guys like that get bricked up.
That is true. If you gonna throw it around, you know what I mean? You know what you're doing with the little string dangling? Yeah, you looking at the jacket, liar.
The jacket fire.
I didn't even know he was wearing a jacket.
The thing I like about the way look how he's walking though, like press play.
The safe zone.
Press play.
All the time you rain
It's
on
okay,
my
He
sometimes
got the
I
model walk on. Like,
Yeah,
walking like
yeah.
he just know he a bad chick.
Yeah,
Go
nah.
ahead, Devo.
My wife got them shoes.
Bad bitch alert.
Underwear showing a little bit. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he
you
knows
trying
what
to
he's
tease the
doing.
people, man.
What team does he play for?
San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, he plays for San Francisco.
San Francisco 69ers.
Oh no, not San Francisco. San Francisco has something.
You know one time.
Willie. Oh my God, yes!
Enemies are dropping
Play
into the
Willie
area.
Will back
Watch the
again.
skies.
Oh no, he's not spitting
The
more bars.
God. Yes.
The greatest rapper
Man,
of all time.
This is
spitting
when you
more
identify
bars.
as a cancer. I gotta show y'all I ain't no
Eliminate
motherfucking joke.
enemies and secure supply caches to get that target off their back.
Press play, man. Press play.
Okay, it's okay.
Why you doing that to Will? Yeah. That was hard. Don't front on Will right there, yo.
What?
Don't front on
What
Big
am I
Willie.
fronting on Will?
That was
was
fire
bars.
just now. That was bars.
They pull up and make a toast to him,
I
bro.
pull up with gang,
Gang,
bro.
gang.
Don't play with fucking Big Will.
They make a
man.
toast for me.
Will ain't no motherfucking
Yo, I didn't
joke.
hear the whole song, really.
I don't think he put out a whole song. I
It was
think he
just
did
that
a
little
freestyle.
snippet?
Just a little snippet.
Golly.
Now I will say I hear a lot of Joyner Lucas in that.
That's
No,
horrible.
I'm just saying,
That
either
is
he's
fucking
influenced by
horrible.
Joyner or Joyner wrote it, one of the two.
Oh,
But
no.
either way, I like the way Big Willie delivered it, man. That's when you identify as a cancer. You gotta let people know you petty too. Don't play
Kept your
with
squad
me.
mate
You
alive.
think that he was
Most
responding to
wanted
us?
contract complete.
Save all the jokes for me. Nah, we didn't make no jokes.
We weren't making any jokes at all.
Nah, we ain't make no
We
jokes.
were agreeing with him, if anything. We were agreeing with him, man.
We ain't make no jokes. I'm here for Will's new album. Y'all playing.
When is he dropping?
Losing ground, moving.
Nah, he got, the streets need that.
Here's the thing about somebody like Will or anybody nowadays. You drop an album, what is the point of dropping an album? You really just doing it for the love of the music, especially if you rapping.
That's it.
Because it's really like two people selling records.
Just drop a single and let us dance.
Just if I was doing
Yep, there's two teams.
What? Keep shutting it down.
pull up with gang.
Pull up with gang.
Okay?
They make a toast for me.
Everybody that identifies as a motherfucking cancer start playing with us.
Put your hands in the air.
Let's,
Put your hands in the air if you identify as a cancer.
Click OK Meek. What is OK Meek?
Okay, Meek.
Huh?
That's how I read it.
You need a context.
He said, no Diddy gang.
Your squad mate is barely out. They're returning to base. You're the last of your squad. Finish this. Your squad mates failed their mission. They're headed back to base.
Here's the problem with this clip, right? The problem with this clip is Meek Mill cares too much about what Nobody has mentioned Meek and Diddy in a while.
But he's bringing it up.
In his mind, he thinks everybody is still talking about it. Now, I'm sure when he goes on his timeline, he still sees people getting at him, right? He still sees people saying, oh, you in the Diddy tapes, whatever.
That gun's crazy.
But Meek, nobody gives a fuck, bro. These people are just fucking with you because they can and because they know they cause you to do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? What did you just say, Chris? Thou protest too much?
Thou
Enemy
doth
soldier
protest
incoming.
too
That-
much.
And that's what this looks like.
They've got a
Like, it's like,
turret
leave it
online.
alone. Like, you don't have to convince nobody and nothing, Meek. You
Yeah.
good out here. You
good. Meek,
Right?
you're back.
The
Meek, you're
internet
back.
fucks with you because the internet knows.
That you identify as no Diddy gang.
yes. The internet thinks otherwise. But who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about it, Meek. Now you just brought this shit back up again.
Yeah, that's
for
a good
no
point.
reason.
That's a good point.
Click Ray J Tells All. What is that? What is Ray J Tells All?
I'm hearing about artists paying victims to keep their name out of it.
You know people
Ray J alleges that celebrities are paying victims to keep quiet about their involvement in Diddy's free calls.
men, whatever, who have said, give me money and I
LDPR inbound.
Who's the other way around that, Harvey? I'll give you money. Please don't talk.
You are a well-connected guy.
It like automatically picked him up and made me use him as a.
You just described what's going on now.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
They want to talk to me. They want to talk to me about what happened to them. They call me. They feel like they can trust me.
Wait a minute. Calling you for what?
Gas
Calling you
is
for what?
moving in. New
Because they
safe
want
zone
to tell me
located.
about certain things that happened with them and Diddy.
Ray, I want to make sure I understand this. These high-profile people had some affiliation with Diddy that they don't want to come out, and they think you might be the vessel for it coming out. Is that what you're saying?
And I don't know why I just said it, but I said it so
You're a.
Were they specific about what they did with Diddy?
I don't want to say. I think I said too much.
So how soon before the FBI comes knocking on Ray J's door? How soon before the FBI comes knocking on Ray J's door and says, what do you know? What have they told you? Who's told you what? When you get subpoenaed,
Oh, jeez.
when you get subpoenaed, who's calling you? Ray J always gets subpoenaed.
Ray J.
But listen,
But this is getting into federal investigation stuff, and
and
yeah.
why?
Yeah.
For what reason, Ray?
Yeah.
Like you're putting, once again, like I said, you're putting yourself in something that you don't got no business being in.
Yeah.
Why are you on this show with Harvey Levin? Salute to Harvey. Why are you doing this? Why are you having this conversation that sounds like you can get subpoenaed at any moment?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? And you can't even be mad at Harvey. Harvey's just doing his job. Harvey's asking questions,
Yeah.
and Ray J is answering them for whatever reason. I have no idea. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's a tricky one right there. That's a tricky one right there. All right, guys, let's take a break for a second. I need to put you guys on to something real quick. If you are tired of having to worry about the weather ruining your vibe or your kicks, you got to check out the Vessi Courtside Classic. These things are legit waterproof. I'm talking about legit waterproof. Not those sneakers from some famous brands that claim waterproof, then you step in a puddle and your socks are wet for the next 6 hours. This is rain, puddles, whatever New York throws at you and your feet, they're going to be bone dry. You're out there running around all day, grabbing coffee, hitting meetings, running errands, and then boom, straight to dinner. The Courtside Classic's got that vintage 90s look, so you know it's clean, but not, I have to baby these clean. It's just stepped in a puddle and they still look fresh, clean. I've been rocking them. I'm telling you, whether it's raining Or you just want to flex that retro look, these Vessies have you covered. They transition with you all day from a hoodie and jeans to something fly at night. You don't have to worry about changing shoes or even the weather. Just vibe with them, okay? So if you're looking to stay stylish, comfortable, and totally unfazed by the rain, get yourself the Vessi Courtside Classic. Head over to Vessi.com. That's VESSI.com. Use the promo code IDIOTS for 15% off your first pair of Vessi Courtside Classics. Trust me, your feet will thank you. Now let's do some Asking Idiots.
Let's do some Asking Idiots, man. I want to salute Chris Wallace too, man. Salute to Chris Wallace. You know, I just noticed you and Chris Wallace look alike, Chris Morrow.
Thank you.
Chris Wallace left CNN. I've done Chris Wallace's show on CNN before. He's leaving CNN. He's quitting CNN to build a future in streaming. Yes, the 77-year-old broadcaster said he will instead find a new home on an independent platform, such as streaming or podcasting, which he described as where the action seems to be. He highlighted how podcasters, including Joe Rogan and Charlamagne the God, had set the agenda during the presidential election, but added, I don't flatter myself to think I will have that sort of reach. What do you think? I see, I think that there's a lane for people like Chris Wallace in that space.
I think he's a little bit old. I think his demographic doesn't really listen to pods that much.
Really?
I still think they watch legacy media, and I think that's what legacy media is, where they're still effective. They're still effective around the people that are, closer to his age.
Yeah, I think you got to do a little bit of both. I think that you should this is what I think people in legacy media should do, and I can say this because I do it every day. And I'm pretty sure they're doing it, but just take your content and put it on these platforms. It's not hard.
Like if I was Chris, what I would do is I would start a pod while also doing legacy media.
Yeah.
And then start to migrate your audience over there.
He's got to have one. Let me look on the podcast. He's got to have one already. Yeah, the Chris Wallace show. Yeah, they play. So it comes on CNN. This is what I would do. I would just keep pushing this. Like keep pushing what you're already doing on CNN. But I also think that a lot of people realize too, especially somebody like Chris Wallace. Chris Wallace probably got his own money already.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So he's like, I don't want to wake up every day and fucking go into CNN and do it. I don't want to be at your beck and call. I can do my own thing.
From my house.
Absolutely. I think that's what people are people are seeing more than anything nowadays. Isaiah 9:29, let's do some Asking Idiots. If you could live in any decade of America permanently, what decade would you choose to live in? Easy call.
Go.
Right now.
Has to be.
What's wrong with y'all? Listen, here's the thing. I am 46 years old. I've lived almost 5 decades, okay? Every single decade I've lived in has been the best time. Yeah. Like every single one. That's the beauty of life. The beauty of life, if you're doing it right, is that things really do get better.
Amen.
And if things are actually getting better for you, you don't have the desire to go back.
Also, if you have kids, you can't live in any decade without them.
That's right.
So
come on, man. I got 4 beautiful daughters. There's nothing that's greater to me in my life right now than that. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Like there's nothing greater than going home, seeing them get out of school. If I decide to work from home in the mornings, getting ready helping them get ready for school in the morning, going on family vacations. Like, I love being 46 years old. I love it. I love being with my wife for 26 years, almost 3 decades. Like, I love it. Life is great. I don't want to go back to no decade and live there permanently. No, because we don't know what the future holds. I want to see this fucking golden age.
Now we're talking about, hey, the American golden age is upon us,
hope
Chris.
it happens.
It's upon us. Bitcoin at 90K.
Chris don't think so. Chris think the golden age is piss. He think it's urine.
You think it's urine on Svetlana's? That's the hoax you believed about Donald Trump, that he was peeing on Svetlana's.
Oh, this is a good one. Darian Creed. What do you guys think will be the biggest change in the next 4 years?
Just American greatness. Just straight American greatness, American prosperity, everybody getting more money, everybody using less pronouns, everybody happy, less furries, more, sick technology.
What do you think, Chris? Biggest change in the next 4 years?
I don't know. I mean, deregulation, I'm worried about that with everything that's happening. With corporations taking even more control would be my concern.
I agree with that. I think.
What do you think?
I don't know what the biggest change is going to be, but I do see one of the big changes I see in the next 4 years is you're going to have more people identifying as independents when it comes to politics.
Oh, you are.
I think there's not going to be a lot of people that identify as left or identify as right.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I think people are just going to really. I mean, you saw at this election, people are just going to vote their interests, and they're going to vote for who they feel like best can help with their everyday dinner table desires and needs. And I think it's going to be like that in 4 years as well. I really do. Unless this is one of the greatest administrations we ever see ever in the history of life, and so many people's needs get fulfilled. If that's the case, people are going to be voting red for a long time.
Damn right. Probably will happen. And even Chris will probably vote red afterwards and apologize. Apologize.
I've already voted red.
Yeah, my boy.
Oh, this is the good one.
That's how we.
Who'd you vote for, Chris?
You already know. He just said MAGA.
Nah, I mean, local elections, I voted Republican in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. This is a good one. Marcus _ the shop says, all this shit about MAGA being racist, homophobic, and sexist, how can y'all still be friends?
Yeah, how can you be friends with me? How can you, knowing how racist, sexist, and homophobic MAGA is, how can you be friends with me, bro?
Because I don't think you're racist, sexist, and homophobic.
Wait a minute. Are you saying it's possible for people to have an identity outside of the party that they voted for in an election?
Duh.
Wait, what? Solomon, this is insane. You're saying you can know me better? You can know me better as an individual after being friends for over a decade than the few issues that I might have supported in an election?
Here's the thing.
This is nuts.
And this is what I tell people all of the time. Have conversations with people, right?
Yes.
Andrew will have a conversation with me. Andrew knows how I felt about the Democratic Party. He knows I wasn't supporting Biden, wouldn't endorse Biden. But when I endorsed Kamala, he wanted to know why.
Absolutely.
We would have conversations. We have conversations about why he chooses to endorse Trump. How I have a conversation?
I didn't endorse Trump, by the way.
Oh, you didn't endorse him, but you voted for him.
I voted for him, yeah. But I did not endorse him. I don't feel comfortable endorsing a candidate to people. I just want them to make the decision. Themselves.
That's how I feel. Like, I feel the same way. Like, I don't want to tell you what to do. I'm just going to tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing.
And I'm going to tell you the issues that resonate with me. That's right. Please believe, if there was a candidate on the Democratic side, like I have in the past, that tapped into issues that were important to me, I would vote for them. I'm a registered Democrat, but I didn't feel like the Democrats tapped into issues that I cared about, so I couldn't, in good faith, support them. Simple as that.
I think Democrats tap into issues that people care about, but they just don't speak to them They don't speak to people's grievances the way I feel like
they did though.
Trump does.
I
Did
mean,
they?
I think Obama did brilliantly. I think Clinton did brilliantly. Like I remember growing up and feeling just very proud to be considered a Democrat and come from like this Democrat
I was too
household.
young for Clinton. So I mean, I know his greatness because I heard everybody else talk about it.
You older than me.
But I wasn't voting then. I don't know, what is that, 94? I wasn't old enough to vote
He
in
was
94.
in there for 2 elections.
Really? I know he was there for 2
Yeah.
terms. When he came out? When was his last term? 2000. Yeah, I didn't vote till Obama.
It still felt cool.
78, 98. And when the fuck did I? How old was I in 2000? 22?
24, 26,
No, hell no.
27.
I was 22.
22. But yeah, I guess the point is like you just felt like, at least when I was growing up, I was like, okay, we're the cool ones. We're progressive. You know, we support gays. We support diversity. Like
Bill was
it's just,
about that. I don't know if Bill supported the gays.
nobody supported the gays back then.
Because
But-
Obama didn't. Obama's the one who made gay marriage legal.
Right. But like nobody supported them back then, but we supported them more than the Republicans for sure. And I just felt, I don't know, I felt progressive and I felt cool and I felt we were like pushing America forward and it was this great thing. And
then it was Obama. Same
and then
thing.
Obama, I'm like, holy shit, this guy is generational. It's just amazing. And it was tapping into the things that as maybe a young person I really cared about.
Well, you had you had 8 years of Bush Jr. too, though, after Clinton.
Yeah, and that Bush I didn't resonate with. You know, what he was talking about I didn't resonate with. And keep in mind, I'm from New York.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody that made that election about safety and security and terrorism, that kind of stuff. Like I thought either president would have made sure that things were safe and
Yeah.
secure. So, yeah, I thought the Democrats just entirely lost their base and they didn't have a way to communicate to the people in the United States of America that they were going to help with them with their problems. They only kind of gaslit them about it. And they weren't going to touch on any like the social oddities that they've come to embrace, which were obviously annoying to me.
They actually tried to just avoid them. This
They
time
just
around. And you
avoid it.
can't
It's
avoid
like-
them after you gave us so much of it. You can't just act like these things didn't happen. That's why. You know, they should have spoke to the anti-trans commercial. You know, I
Yeah.
responded to it in
Yeah.
some way. You can't just act like it didn't happen.
Yep, sweep under the rug.
Let's do 2 more, man. This is a good one. It's crazy. People are noticing that we are the 2 greatest political pundits walking the face of the earth today.
Can we just say one time, we just need to shout out Fox News because they are the only platform on the planet that knows for a fact that we do a podcast together.
They do, because they post so much stuff.
They post us nonstop, and they now post us as their co-host of the Brilliant Idiots podcast. They're the
Yes.
first platform to do that. There's somebody assigned to listen to this podcast at Fox News. Shout out to whoever you are. DM us. We want to talk to you, okay?
Well, I talked to Joseph over there. Joseph, I be doing stuff with Joseph.
But there's got to be like an intern that they have that's basically there to just listen to Brilliant Idiots. And I assume that they were assigned to that so that they could hear you say things so that they could clip. But then, you know, just so turns out that like the other guy on Brilliant Idiots is the, second most important political pundit in American history. So, no, in current, not history, but like in
modern day.
current modern day times. Yeah.
And also, they're very fair. You know, that clip that people took out of context where they tried to say whatever the fascist thing was.
Yeah.
Fox got it absolutely right. Charlemagne notes how Dems stopped calling Trump fascist after he won, how much of it was just politics. And they quoted what I said, and they referenced Biden's speech. In brief remarks Thursday, Biden said he congratulated Trump on his victory and assured that his entire administration would work to ensure a peaceful and orderly transition. He emphasized unity and spoke about political campaigns as a contest of competing visions that the country chooses between. This was a stark departure from Biden's rhetoric about Trump and his supporters being a threat to democracy are garbage as he campaigned in the final weeks of the election for Harris. I'm just asking the goddamn question.
You
okay?
can't tell me that this is the end of democracy, and then when they win, go, hey, best of luck with everything, and we hope it works out, and everything.
You know who else asked that? Fox News senior White House correspondent Jacques Heinrich questioned White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre about this change in rhetoric from Biden, recalling that this administration messaged to millions of Americans that they're going to wake up the day after the election if Trump won and have their rights stripped away, that democracy would crumble. And the president said today, we're going to be okay. Like, why can't you ask those questions? Why does that make me a hypocrite?
Well, because people think that now you are saying the same thing, that now you think it's going to be okay. What you're messaging is, I hope that Trump,
it's okay.
I hope it's okay, and I hope Trump doesn't do those things that he said he would do, which I think is a very important slice.
The jury is still out.
Let's see. Let's hope he doesn't.
To be more like me, basically.
Yes. Double. You see, that's right.
Yo,
Chris
low
is
key,
right, though.
Low key.
Chris
shout
is
out,
right.
Shout out Chris. Yo. Hey, shout out Chris.
And I'll say this again before we finish. My point is, hey, I don't want him to be a fascist. I don't want the country to go to shit. I don't want any of these things to happen. But the
I'm finally getting to do something that I've always wanted to do. This is the video I have always wanted to make, but didn't really have the ability to really do it or capture it properly, but now I do. Today we are finally going to show the exact correlation of ambient temperature to your system's temperature. And if what I have been preaching the entire time is correct, we should see this temperature of the system go up linearly with the temperature of the ambient temperature. That. So, for instance, if I make it 10 degrees Celsius warmer in that room, we should see 10 degrees Celsius warmer at our max temperatures in the system. So, let's hope this is one of those like, see, I told you, and not, well, shh, kind of moments. The XG2736 and the XG2536 gaming monitors from ViewSonic feature 240 Hz default refresh rates, 1 millisecond response time mode, and industry-leading 0.5 millisecond moving picture response time modes that are ideal for gamers demanding a competitive edge. Designed with esports in mind, these XG monitors feature fully adjustable and low-profile footprint stand for optimal viewing distance that professional gamers demand. To learn more about the XG2736 1440p and XG2536 1080p competitive gaming panels from ViewSonic, follow the link in the description below. I'll be honest, I don't even know why I'm putting it in a case. Oh yes, I do, because this is going to be my test mule, because one of the other things I've done is I got my decibel meter. It arrived. Not using it today though. That's something else I'm going to need to be able to, like, I'm going to play around with and get my testing methodology set up right, because I don't have a hemi-anechoic chamber, however you pronounce it. I don't have a anechoic. I don't have a pointy foam drive you crazy room. But what I do have is I do have this room here, which is actually pretty noise isolated. And I do have a separate tripod, and I do have foam and all that I can set the PC on so that I can at least noise normalize as best as I can without it being quote unquote, you know, scientifically calibrated. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll be able to put them in the temperature controlled room where I can then keep the temperatures consistent when we're doing case testing. So this is gonna be the first case that I'm really sort of testing. This is the LandCool 216. I sort of just grabbed it so I could put these parts in there. So yeah, should be fun. But I gotta get the system in here. This is the hardware I'm using for our case tests. Case tests need to have the same hardware used every single time. Like even the mount for the cooler being dismounted and remounted can have a 1 to 2C change in temperature. So I'm using KPX thermal paste on here. This is the Noctua UHD16, I think it's a D16 Slim or D16S, I think it is. I also added a 120 Be Quiet fan to the front because it does just have a middle fan that's designed to pull air through and push. I added a 120 to the front. Got the same drive. This is a Z790 UD series from Gigabyte. It's got a 13900K in there. I went with a CPU that can generate heat, 253 watts. Should be enough heat. That's why I didn't go with an AMD system, because I figured we need to truly like kind of generate some heat. And I'm using an RTX 3090, an EVGA 3090. That way it can live on doing things, right? It no longer just passes the butter. It's actually going to be doing something. So as long as the hardware stays exactly the same in every single test, then that's how we get our A/B comparisons. And that's the other thing too, is like I needed to pick hardware that is like relevant, but not old enough to where it's going to become irrelevant and I have to change it in the future. Because this is the thing, the second the hardware changes, every test before that is null void. And I don't want to have to go through it a million times and redo it all 100 times. So anyway, let me get this stuff all in here, and then I'll get to use my Elmore's Lab or Elmore Labs. I think it's Elmore Labs, not Elmore's Labs. Elmore Labs, the K-type meter and his logging software. So that'll be fun. So this test that I'm doing today has nothing to do with the case. Like I said, I'm only putting this stuff in here because this is the case I'm going to use to sort of figure out my methodology. But side panels open, top panels off. I want to remove the case as being any sort of a factor in our testing. So the only thing we want impacting performance, not necessarily performance, but the temperatures that are shown, is the ambient temperature in the room. So for this test, I've set everything to full speed in the BIOS for the fans. This is not 40 dB normalized, this is much higher than that. But because we wanted to exchange air with the environment as fast as possible, the temperatures will be the same. It'll just take longer if the fans are going slower. So we want to make sure that we can make this exchange happen quickly. Okay, so I got the Elmore Lab KTH right here, plugged into USB to the system. We have the coupler right here, right in the airflow of the fan that's pulling in ambient temperature. So that will be measuring our ambient temperature in the room. Here's the software right here. As you can see, it's currently at 22.4C, 22.3. It's very, very sensitive, very accurate. The cool thing is we can actually have this integrate with hardware info. There's it there. Elmore Labs TC1, we have one temperature, and now it's logging that temperature. So that is awesome because now I can just have one log file that will be rhythmically in sync with the temperature changes as we're talking about. So the load that we're gonna be using is for GPU also right now. We're doing GPU tests. It doesn't matter if it's CPU or GPU. The ambient correlation is gonna be the same for GPU or CPU, but the GPU is the hotter part. I think it's gonna give me the more consistent load because what I can actually do is I can actually load one of the GPU tests and I can leave it static. I can find a scene, lock it at that scene, so it's just rendering that one scene over and over and over, so the FPS stays consistent, temperature stays consistent. But we're gonna also have those fans set to 100%, power limit maxed out. I don't want any fluctuations in the GPU hitting any sort of headroom that's not temperature related, causing us to have what looks like temperature changes or fluctuations, but that could be power changes because of if it's going right to its power limit and it starts dipping, I don't want that to look like that's affected because of the temperature. Although the only sensor I truly care about in there is the hotspot and the edge temperatures because we're gonna compare those to what the KTH is saying the ambient temperature is. I wanna make sure that none of the cold air directly from the AC unit is blowing directly on this because that could affect it. So if you watch this, this is swinging up and down. Yeah, I'm gonna have it locked up. This is why we're doing this today. We're sort of testing to see what happens while also trying to prove something. Because obviously the air temp coming out of here is gonna be colder than the total temperature in here because we do have heat sources in here. We have the server, we have the data rack, we have the computer itself, we have our bodies, lights. So we need to make sure the cold air from this hitting that isn't giving us some skewed readings. So we are gonna use Heaven for this test for one main reason. One, I have to log into the internet to use it, and then I can pause that test in one spot. So when we leave the room, we need to let it reach equilibrium. I'm gonna give it about 10 minutes to reach equilibrium. Then I will come in here and I will actually start raising the temperature by just raising the temp so it stops blowing cold. And then I'll probably even turn on the heater, start adding some heat, making it as if it were like summertime, right? Your windows are open or whatever, it's hot in your gaming room, you've been gaming. So we'll see, because this will not make enough heat to heat up this room very quickly. If it all went well, we're gonna come back with some charts and see whether or not it's a I told you so or a Jay's an idiot. Okay, so after a bunch of trial and error and then having the computer restart on me once, which we're not entirely sure why, we went back into the test room. We were like, why is it back at the desktop? Anyway, that's besides the point. Finally got some good runs, got several good runs, and then this is the one I'm using. We actually did about an hour-long test here. So the orange line, as you can see in the bottom, that is ambient temperature. Let's talk about the beginning part first, where it looks like it's kind of a wave. It's going up and down a bunch. Remember, we are dealing with an HVAC. This is a wall-mounted mini-split, industrial mini-split.